a number of reasons, and I have to warn you, my intro, which is never short, will be less short because I want to acknowledge a bunch of people. And we're actually going to do something kind of new tonight. First of all, I've noticed a lot of new people. How many people here are here for the first time? And how many people are returned? So that's like a 50% retention rate. It's good for a website, but not so good for events. So we'd like to see you newbies, we'd like to see you guys back. The Sustainable Business Council, for those of you who don't know, is a networking group. So we're designed for people who are interested in sustainable businesses. Perhaps you've started one, perhaps you're looking for employees, customers, clients, friends. Our events are a little different than some of the folks that do events. And by the way, we know you have many choices, particularly on Tuesday night, and we appreciate that you selected us. We tend to have industry-focused panels. Tonight we're focused on green materials. We've done energy, transportation, green building. We tend to do them quarterly. Our next one is May 26th. You'll probably know that's also my mom's birthday. And you can go to sustainablebc.org and you can find out about our events and you can sign up for our mailing list. So we have a new sustainable supporter tonight, Thompson Hine LLP. And Doug Roberts is here. He's a partner in the firm. I'm going to tell you about him in a second, but I want to mention there is a lottery for 10 hours of consultation with Doug. And for those of you who have done startups or who aspire to, I can't tell you how valuable that actually is.
So far you have a 1 in 4 chance, so pretty good odds.
Hey, I'm entering this. Sadly, we're precluded. But so I want to acknowledge a bunch of in-kind sponsors who really make this event possible, starting with Whole Foods, who provides the food trays. And let me just mention a bunch of folks. I know you're itching to apply after each one, but let's just give them all some recognition at the end. So Whole Foods, Izzy Sparkling Juice, One Natural Experience, Mountain Valley Spring Water, H2 Ohm Water, Cliff Bar, Parducci Wine, other in-kind sponsors, Summa Marketing Communications, Image Square Print and Graphics, MFI Rents, Classic Party Rentals. So if we can acknowledge those folks, appreciate it. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge Ellen Strickland. Ellen, where are you? From Living Green. So this has kind of become a home for us. And we really appreciate Living Green, and also Chris Riley, actually, from Living Green. Where are you, Chris? Because it's really an appropriate setting for us, particularly tonight, Green Materials. Living Green has 3 stores, I think, now, and we hope that you will check out some of their product so that they will appreciate having us here more often. We really love the space. I want to thank many volunteers tonight who make this possible. We are a 501c3. We're a volunteer organization, and so we depend on the free labor of folks who volunteer. So if we could just recognize those guys. I would like to, is Perry Dozlu here? Perry? Could you come here for a second? So, oh, thanks, but I don't really need this, Rena. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all know why. Perry, as 50% of you know, has been our program director for the last year and change or something, our first program director. And Perry brought an incredible amount of organization and focus and diligence and love to this group. Our events went from good to fantastic under her leadership. We launched a new program, the SBC Forum. We revamped our communication and website, and we really appreciate all she did. And so we want to recognize her with bamboo, which, as you'll recognize, is a very fast-growing material. You don't have to fell the tree to use it. So it's an appropriate metaphor for the work. Because of the seeds she sowed, we shall reap for some time. So, Perry, thank you very much. We appreciate it. I want to introduce you to our new program director, Molly Lavick. Molly, for a number of years, ran Lawnmower, which was really the premier networking group for people in new media back in the day. So she kind of knows the gig. Those of us who started Sustainable Business Council, very much used the example of Lawnmower, Vic, groups that were really designed for people in a nascent industry and who wanted to connect with each other. And so we're very fortunate. Molly has taught at Pepperdine. She has started her own business, and we're very fortunate that she's working with her. So welcome, Molly. Okay, so I'm going to introduce Doug. Doug is, as I mentioned, partner with Thompson Hine. They have 400 attorneys and 8 offices in the U.S. and Europe. Doug went to law school at UCLA and was with a large LA law firm before moving to Cincinnati. He's president of the Greater Cincinnati Venture Association, which is focused for 25 years on increasing entrepreneurial activity in the Midwest by providing a forum for investors and entrepreneurs, innovators and inventors, and supporters and friends of startup companies. You guys started WKRP in Cincinnati, right? No?
I do not take credit or blame for that.
Oh, all right. Well, I thought that was pretty successful. Anyway, so Doug has a bunch of experience: private equity, venture capital, public securities, M&A, general corporate and international issues. We're very appreciative that you guys are sponsored tonight, and we're going to, with this, initiate a pre-program before the panel, a little sponsor focus. So thank you, Doug.